doing what we pursuing, who we influencing. And I'm finna put my Instagram right here. Send me a video y'all want me to react to. Send it to there. Right now. And we about to get into this. You know, I don't play them games. I don't play. We finna get right into it. 1, 2, 3. Boom.
But talking at work turned into texting at home, and then pictures and videos, and then trying to sneak some alone time with him. I knew that it was wrong, but it made me feel so alive, and my husband had not made me feel like that in years. If I could give anyone a piece of advice for divorce, it would be to not do it under normal circumstances. If your spouse is beating you or threatening you or your children, then of course, get out and fast. In my case, there was no...
Should you leave a relationship if you're getting beat up? Nah, yeah, you should. I'm playing. You know, I think it used to be a lot common. People back then they used to stay when people was getting beat up. But you know, that's the thing I like about girls. They starting to stand up. They're like, I ain't going for this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? As much as I love grandmas and great grandmothers and shit, you know, I mean, but they was taking that shit. So y'all both strong on both sides. Taking them hits, that's a strong thing to do. But also leaving, that's a strong thing to do too. So I do applaud my women who, you know, hey, sometimes let me chill. But I just applaud my women for walking away. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even know that this beating up women shit was this common. I didn't know. I was at school one time. This is back when I was in college. I remember when one of my counselors had told me when I used to go to UNL, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska. They fucking ass at football, by the way. But I didn't know this. Whenever Nebraska lost, the higher the football team, the higher the domestic violence level went in the city. I didn't know that. That's crazy. So, you know what? If your nigga watch football, that's a red flag. That nigga might beat your ass. I'm just, hey, for real. Hey.
We were together for 8 years. That was mostly good. And we have 4 kids. Right around 5 years, I got a promotion at work. And I got it in my head that my ex-husband was dragging me down. Or at least holding me back from more success.
Shout out to feminism. You have struck again, all right? If it was truly about equality, then her getting a promotion while the guy doesn't shouldn't bother her one bit. But let's keep going.
And a better life. We never had a lot of money, but with my promotion, I was now making more than he was. I started working longer hours, and at the same time, his hours were cut, so he was at home more. I really began to resent him because he was home and because he got to spend time with our kids. Most nights when I got home...
That's real. Girls don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think I seen another video where a girl was mad that her nigga had an at-home job and she had to go to work. She ain't like that shit. Girls don't like when you more lazier than them. I don't know. I mean, I get why. You know, I get why in a sense. Whoa. I mean, I get it. I mean, but I also get why he was mad too. You know, a lot of niggas, we understand that if we ain't provide money, I mean, you know, I'll provide you a little dick. But, you know, I might provide you a little backward. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know, but we start knowing shit like if we was just, unless you got good dick, you know, a lot of us ain't got good dick. So, you know, I said a lot of us ain't got good dick. So what happens is if you ain't got good dick and you're not making that money, one night out in the club, she found a big dick baller or something like that. It's over with. You feel what I'm saying? So I think what bro was feeling in this time, he was feeling that red zone. He was feeling that red sea. That water starting to get higher because if she making more money than you, you ain't dropping that dick. She almost out the door.
Home, they were already getting ready for bed, if not already sleeping. After a few months of my new job, it was clear to me that things were not going well at home without me there. Some nights the dishes weren't done when I got home, or the kids hadn't eaten, or whatever else I could think of to be mad at him about. It really didn't matter. He kept saying that he would try harder, but that it was hard being home all the time. That always made me really mad.
I'll be mad too. Just think if it was vice versa. You see, you might put your hand. Nah. But nigga, if you at home more than her, you working. I mean, she working. You should be doing the shit should be clean, kids. Why would you? Talking about it's hard being at home. What? I'll be mad too. Fuck is she talking about?
Couple years, things kept getting worse. My hours weren't any shorter, and his were on and off full time. There was no convenient time for him to be working full time because of my hours, but we also needed the money. Whenever he would tell me that he could get extra hours, I would always complain. And the less hours he worked, the more I complained that
The
he
hell?
wasn't bringing in enough money.
She started off this whole thing talking about that there wasn't abuse that happened within this marriage, but he wants to get more hours and you complain. He'll get less hours and then you complain as well. That's emotional abuse. And I'd argue that emotional abuse is worse than physical abuse. You can see the scars of the physical abuse, but the emotional abuse often can go undiagnosed and can be even traumatic and long lasting than physical abuse. You sound like an abuser.
Whenever he brought up...
No, not at all. I'm gonna ask you this. Would you rather me punch you in your shit? Or call you out your name? Which one? What would you rather like? What would you rather want? Because I mean, I don't know. I don't think bro done got it punching this shit. That's some light skin shit right there. Emotional abuse. What? Nigga, I will knock your shit in. I will knock your head off your shoulders. So much emotional abuse. I will take you off this motherfucker earth, nigga. Is he serious right now? Talking about some emotional abuse. Man, that's that light skin. I'm light skin, but that's some light skin shit. I mean, tell me what y'all think. Would you rather me? Yeah. How you like that? Yeah. Or would you like me to talk my shit about your big forehead ass, big, little big back ass? You know what I'm saying? Talk that shit. I mean, that does hurt, but that doesn't hurt me. Right.
The contradiction, I would tell him that he needed to figure it out.
Oh, God.
I knew that it would bother him, so I started saying that a lot and for everything that I could. I really started to resent him, and I pulled away from him. I knew that it was hurting him, but I didn't care. If he didn't want to be hurt, then he would at least try to make me happy. I used that same thing to justify when I started to talk to another guy at work.
Oh,
I thought
God.
he was just a friend, but talking at work turned into texting at home, and then pictures and...
She said he just a friend. She said he just a friend. From so far what I'm seeing, bro, is bro ain't looking like a leader. You know what I'm saying? Girls need to be led. I don't know if y'all read the Bible in the beginning of it. I get real religious on here. But God said, Adam, I put you in charge and she gonna help you. Why the fuck she ain't say, Eve, put you in charge and he gonna help her? And he ain't leading shit. Hey, that's what it sounded like.
videos, and then trying to sneak some alone time with him. I knew that it was wrong, but it made me feel so alive, and my husband had not made me feel like that in years.
Okay, we got a strumpet on our goddamn hands. You're an emotionally abusive wife that chose to get that promotion. He didn't choose to you get a promotion or work longer hours. That's a component of the reason why I stopped trying to climb the ladder. Because I'm just like, I'm looking up at the top and I'm just like, I see the work-life balance. Like I see all these different types of things and then doing it for another organization, right? Like, you know what you're setting yourself up for. But based off of your choice to be a career woman, you are now emotionally abusing your husband. And now you're being a thought rocket going on vacation with Chad, the work husband, while your husband is at home taking care of the children, the 4 children.
I was tired of being unhappy.
Oh, you're unhappy.
And I was doing this for me.
I don't agree with that. I don't fucking agree with that at all. If she didn't get a raise, how would they gonna pay bills? He was the one with the unstable job. What does he think this stuff run off? This life run off love? No, somebody gotta pay the bills. And then he couldn't even do basic stuff. Bro, I wish one of y'all would get on these comments talking about, if I leave you at home all day and the food ain't cooked for the kids is hungry, and you ain't cleaning up, what the hell is you doing all day? You not working. You gotta help out in some type of way. So that's how it started off. This nigga ain't even helping out at home. If it was vice versa, if she stayed at home all day, you would be like, damn, shorty, you ain't gonna fucking cook and clean? What the fuck? What is you useful for? That's exactly what he would have said. So now she looking at him like, nigga, you can't go to work, so you can't at least fucking cook and clean? I feel like that's a fucking natural thing to fucking think about. Don't fucking start with me right now.
The worst was the night I came home at a reasonable time and found that he had cleaned the whole house, cooked the whole family dinner, and picked out a movie for all of us.
He's a sweetheart.
Together. This would have made me swoon a couple years earlier, but that night I couldn't even look at him, and I pretended to be sick. I spent the rest of the night in bed while he waited on me and checked on me and even made me different food and brought it to me in bed. It made me feel terrible. And then it made me angry that he made me feel
That he made you feel, oh,
and
wow.
By the end of the night, I was texting with the other guy. Over the next month or two from that night, it did not matter.
She's a tyrant.
He was wrong just for breathing most days. He would get so upset with how I was treating him, and I would just wait and egg him on into losing it because I knew it would happen eventually.
You know what I'm also thinking about when I'm watching this? Shout out to Will and Jada. The intricacies of emotional damage that can happen within a relationship to the culmination of happy wife, happy life is what I see in a lot of these different situations where these men are just ghosts of their former selves, and they don't understand how everything that they try to do just continues not to make her happy. They don't understand that. But the difficulty within here is that, guys, you must be the owner of the castle. And a lot of the times that will require you to date down. So this is why this dynamic right here demonstrates perfectly why so many dudes don't like or want to position themselves around these masculine, career-oriented and driven women that can't turn the off switch on when they go back home. Because then their emotions don't push with logic, and they just create this weird feelings-based environment, this directionless environment where even her trying to communicate what he can do to improve just makes no goddamn sense. And it's a contradiction within itself. This is why dudes look at that archetype of woman and we tell y'all that what y'all bring in doesn't matter. But behind the words is the characteristics that you're going to display when that's the case.
After most of the fights we had, he would apologize for whatever I told him.
But the problem was the lack of effort he was showing in the beginning to me. I don't know. She didn't really say what he was doing to get jobs and all that stuff. I don't know if she said it or not, but what it just seemed like is you start letting her lead. But it seemed like she did that out of desperation, though. She needed money. They needed money. They had to get shit done. They had to get shit done. So if she got it like that, now that's where the problem is. And that's okay. A partnership can happen like that, but bro, you can't let that shit keep going on like that. You can't keep letting her be the nigga. And that's why they keep talking about against the gender roles and shit. But when we get outside the gender roles, no one don't like it though. Oh, I'm making more money than him. Oh, that's outside of general. I thought you wanted that. They don't really want that. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that. You don't want it like that. Get back. You know what I'm saying? She don't want that. She claims she wanna be this independent. Excuse me. Independent boss. But that's not what she want. That's not what she want, man.
He did.
Sorry, honey.
If there even was something. But I never did.
I'm apologizing. I don't know why.
Even worse. I knew that I was right because he was wrong.
She's a psychopath.
That was all that mattered to me.
Wow.
I even pretended that I didn't care when he found out about my relationship with the guy from work. It really destroyed me inside to see him holding back tears. But I wasn't going to let him see that. He was at his weakest, and that was...
Oh, you cried? I know you out of there, buddy. You out of there. That's the ick. That's the thing. That's what's starting to happen right here. I don't know if y'all know girl psychology or not, but what happens is when the girl get that ick, it's over with. Throw the whole relationship away. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be man enough to know when you gave your shorty the ick and it's time to bounce. I ain't gonna lie. If you ever give your shorty the ick, it's time to bounce. So crying in front of her, you know, getting like super duper lazy in front of her, then she like almost all that shit is back. The ick is like, ever went to a restaurant y'all wanted to eat there, but then when y'all looked around the mug, it's like, I don't even feel like eating because it's so dirty in here. That's what the ick is, kind of with a shorty. She see you, she like, once you get that ick, it's really, I don't know if you cannot get it back. You can't get that look back. Maybe you can, but sometimes you can't. Maybe you can get it back, but a lot of times you can't though. So I don't know. I think he can't. He could get it back if he got back on his shit, but I ain't gonna lie, I would have seen her shit. That's that ick. When she get mad at little stuff, when she's like, why is, to get mad at little shit? Motherfucker, why is there a dish in the one dish? Like, you only left one spoon in the dishwasher. Why is it good with it? Bitch getting mad at everything. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, like, why this spaghetti so salty? Like, bitch, what the fuck? Eat the spaghetti. It's not even that salty. Bitch, you're mad at everything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When I chose to tell him that I wanted a divorce.
Oh,
I could almost hear his heart shattering inside his chest.
She's the
He
Unabomber.
talked and fought and said that we could work through it together. I really wasn't interested in fixing our marriage, but I mostly ended things with the other guy, but only because I knew I could get it back if I wanted it. Now,
this strong, career-oriented woman has 4 kids. And now she's on the dating marketplace because she chose to break up her own happy home. Unbelievable.
See that he was trying, and occasionally I would let him know. But for the most part, I kept being a huge to him for any and all reasons that I could think of. I'm not sure how much more...
That's that it. Look, you just break out the littlest shit. Littlest shit. Don't matter. Like, it don't matter, but... If she got 4 kids by a nigga, you tripping. I ain't gonna lie. Because if I seen you with the 4 of them fucking minions around, you like, you ain't go back with that nigga. 1 kid is cool. 4? Alright, man. Nigga, that's like 4? 4 is crazy. 4 is like you going to college, right? You going to college for communications. She's basically spent 4 years birthing kids, right? You got if you went to 4 years going to college degree on communication, nigga, go get a communications job, nigga. Don't come over here talking about you already spent 4 years, nigga. Don't try to get another degree. That's my thing. Yeah, that's too many damn kids right there with one nigga, man. Talking about you, I'm single again. Back on the pride.
The man could have done to make me happy besides finding a job that paid enough for me to not have to work at all. He said that he was looking, but looking and finding are 2 different things. I started saying awful things to him and even outright ignoring him. I was so confident with mine and everyone else's opinion that I contacted a lawyer and within a couple weeks had filed for divorce.
Notice what she said. I was so confident with mine and everyone else's opinion. So what does that mean? She was in her modern woman echo chambers. She was in the modern woman echo chambers and was talking about all the shit that's wrong with him. And all homegirl's like, yeah, what is he doing? God, man ain't shit. He's doing what? He can't even clean up the house for you every single time before you get home. Right? Like, what do you mean? He's making you go out and work and this. Yeah, man, of course. Cause he's so lazy. Meanwhile, you're robbing him of his masculinity. You're stripping him of his soul till he's this dirty, wilted flower zombie of a man that's had his former glory and essence ripped from out of him.
It went pretty smoothly. The ex-husband didn't ask for much, but
What's up with niggas? What's up with niggas? Can't no girl rob me from no masculinity. What's up with it? You see, y'all, that's what y'all do. Y'all give girls way too much power. That's the problem right there. Y'all just heard him? He said, you're robbing him of his masculinity. What? That's like me saying, if you were a heterosexual male, can I make you gay? No. So how can this woman make this dude rob him from his masculinity? Somebody explain to me that. If you were a grown-ass man who's unapologetically a man, you can't take nothing from me without a fight, nigga. Robbing me. You think I would let some woman rob me? I don't care what? I don't care if she right next to me. You ain't pickpocketing his masculinity out of me, nigga. What's up with that? What? See, man, I said, bro. I think I said this in the past video. The dude was like, something about him watching football or something. I was like, and his woman having a problem with it. I said, nigga, I don't care if she got a problem. Watch football anyway. What you want? Is she the boss? Fuck, y'all just like getting bullied. Y'all just letting these women bully y'all. Just getting bullied. Hey, I wish y'all would bully me. What? I'm the bully. Yeah, I ain't bullying nobody, but I'm the bully then, nigga. What's up with niggas rob me? Niggas getting robbed by their wife?
decides to not get divorced,
Oh.
to try to work it all out. I didn't care about that though. He was broken, but I was free. I could do whatever I wanted without having to feel any guilt or answer to anybody. It was an amazing feeling of freedom. It didn't last long though.
For the
In the
streets.
first month after he moved out, I missed garbage day 3 times. There was also rarely a single clean dish, and the laundry sat
Who got the
in
kids?
piles so long that I had to start doing the sniff test to see if it could be worn again.
Oh, she's nasty.
I also never saw my kids more miserable.
Oh, she had
My
them.
oldest had seen some of the messages from the other guy months earlier, and she knew that the ex-husband still wanted to try to work it out. It didn't take her long to stop talking to me at all,
Yeah.
except to say that she wanted to go to my ex-husband's house.
Yeah.
The others
They don't
all
like
told
you.
me they wanted to live with the ex-husband too. I did my best to try to make them happy, but I ended up just buying them toys all the time. And the happiness only lasted minutes. I also was having a lot of trouble with work. Being alone, I couldn't work all those extra hours that I was expected to. I finally gave in and started calling the ex-husband to watch the kids. He would always come over as soon as he could, and he always asked me if I needed anything. When I would get home, I would find clean dishes and laundry and even dinner sometimes. He would never say too much after I got home. He would just say to call him if I needed anything, and then he would leave. One night,
Who is
he
this
took out
saint?
the garbage and brought it to the curb because it was garbage night, and I forgot again. He always looked so sad when it was time to go. Finally, after a couple months, my friends convinced me to go out on a date. It was for dinner and a movie, and I was excited and hopeful. But at dinner, I started getting a feeling of overwhelming guilt.
Shut up. What type of guy gets cheated on and is at her every beck and call? Move on with your life. Move on with your life. Go do better next time.
It got so bad that I ended up not even going to the movie. A week and about 1,000,000 tears later, I was on a therapist's couch. I told her everything.
You should have been on the
starting
couch.
with the promotion that I got at work. She did not agree with me or with any of the encouragement to divorce that I got. I ended up in her office 2 and sometimes 3 times a week. And the more that I talked to prove that I was right, the more that I started to see how wrong I was. It was truly heartbreaking. I don't know if I cried as much in my whole life as I did in the first months in her office. After about $2,000 of therapy sessions, I learned that my ex-husband had his faults, but I figured out that mine were so much worse. I did so many awful things and said awful things that I wouldn't want to be with me, but he did. I still remember him
Lord knows
asking
why.
me in the meeting with the lawyer to please not go through with it. I did go through with it though. And then later I bragged on here how great it felt. I was so wrong, and now I can see it. A couple weeks ago,
Just real quick. And this also demonstrates the importance of therapists, right? Because what did she say? I was in my echo chamber. Everybody agreed. I went to on a therapist's couch. And after $2,000, I came to this understanding, right? So it was a $2,000 investment to not forego all of the other bullshit that she had encumbered in her life. If she got therapy at the point where the toxicity began to start, she recognized that she was being emotionally abusive. At that part, go get therapy. This is your husband. But in society today, marriage is not a function of something that you don't have a choice to get up out of. Oh, but if I get up out of it, then I got to move away out of my house. I got to let my kids just stay over here, right? But y'all just willy-nilly get married at 20-something years old before you've developed yourself and your purpose, right? So you can have a young terrorist of a young woman come through like this and exact whatever emotional damage that she's going through within her life and is experiencing with you on you. Y'all are out your minds fundamentally. Let's move on. It's almost over.
outside with him when he was leaving the house. I asked him about getting
He better have said no.
together. When he looked at me, his eyes were full of tears, and a couple went down his cheeks. He told me that he didn't know if he could.
Okay.
He said that the pain has been too much for too long.
Okay.
And that if we got back together, that I might just turn
Yes.
around and do it to him.
Yes.
He said that he always thought that I would realize how much he loved me and stop up until I signed the divorce papers.
Yeah, but you went through
Let
it.
out a big, over-exaggerated sigh of relief. He said that hurt him more than anything else, and that he doesn't know if he can ever trust me again.
Big true.
I don't blame him. I destroyed a man who, looking back, was a great husband. I deprived my kids of having a great father in the house with them, and I took his kids away from him. And me, the one who pushed for the divorce, expecting happiness and a life of freedom,
It's not reality.
spend all my free time sitting at home,
Lonely.
or sitting on a therapist's couch. If your marriage is bad, look at yourself first and see if you can make changes. This is advice for men and women. Getting divorced is not fun. Being divorced is not fun. And seeing your husband broken and your children never happy because of your actions is the most painful experience that I can imagine.
But this is the thing, when the respect gone, because what it sounds like she still love that dude. But this is why respect is more important than love. Because when the respect gone, all the fun, all the stuff that make it feel like it's worth being there. Because all she did was like, oh, this is what happened. She's like, oh, I don't have somebody to call on when I need something. Can I get you back? As a man, why would you even want to be that type of dude? Oh, she's only with me because I give her what she need. A fucking babysitter. A fucking, I'm something reliable. I'm something she can lean on while she wants to get with this dude. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. With the respect was gone in the beginning, and then he couldn't get that back. So, I mean that's the problem. That's the problem. Because when a girl can't deal with a nigga she can't respect. She couldn't respect him no more. So motherfucker be like, I would say stay together because I do believe in staying together. I think this whole oh, our first issue, we need to separate shit is bullshit. But at the same time, it's hard to tell you, hey, like, I'm gonna tell you to settle. When you gonna be just always, you be walking around, girl, if she don't respect you, she'll be walking around with her mouth open, mouth open wide, looking for another nigga at all times. She's just looking. Them the girls that get hungry. When the girls that don't respect they nigga, they hungry out here. They looking like niggas. I'm telling you, she's probably at the workhouse looking for some dick. That's just how I really go. I'm trying to tell y'all, respect over love at all times. But for women, it's love over respect. Cause you know what I'm saying. But men, you gotta be respected. I do believe that. But tell me what y'all think. What, was he tripping? Was she tripping? Should they got divorced? Should they stay together? Should they get back together? What do you think? And also, like I said, beginning of the video, don't forget to send me videos to react to. I'll drop my Instagram in the beginning. I'm gonna drop it in the comments. So send me stuff to react to my Instagram. And yeah, let's get up out of here. Road to 1,000. It's your boy. I'm about gone.
Loaded up, young nigga, let it get loaded up, pour some drink, yeah, I pour. In it tonight, in the streets, I'm a